Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. How we doing? Let's get that microphone out of the way. Who have we got? We got Darby, Ashir, Elizabeth, Kirsty. Darb's cat is here as well. Good to see everybody. How we doing? And Julie's here as well. How we all doing? We all good? We all having a grand day? We all having a nice time. Is that music alright? Is it too loud, too quiet? Oh, I can't really hear it. I can't turn it up. How we doing, everybody? Music's good. Ideal. Just need the glow sticks. I know, I tried to put on something a bit upbeat because it keeps me going. Keeps the energy going for me. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Let's just I might think about live streaming it to TikTok as well. It's like beating a dead horse though, isn't it? So, hold fire, everybody. Jog create. Don't you count me out. God, I can't even remember how to go live. It's been that long on the old TikToker. And that's not in the way, is it? No, magic. Magic, magic. What are those emojis? Gummy worm emojis. Since when? Yeah, exactly. I didn't know why I did them. Or did I? Can I add text onto here? Bear with me. Bear with. There we go. Alright. Yes. Okay, so one thing I wanted to talk about was Discord earlier on today. Just real quick. I don't want to put any names on it or anything like that, but when we were on Discord earlier and we was all chattering away, obviously posting content that wasn't theirs, that they shouldn't have been posting, that they it wasn't their content, they claimed it was their content. I gave very many chances, but the point is, and I said this to, I think I spoke to Julie about it, is I want everybody to know that if there's something that they like out there, that they want to see, they can just drop me a message on Discord and I will just create a tutorial for it. You know, don't try and cheat your way to it. Just, you know, I'll happily teach somebody to get to that point. You know, I'll make a tutorial about it or make it the subject being you know, the subject that Rishi drew, which was actually Rishi Draw's work over on Discord that they posted, claimed it was their own. Now, you know, it's a simple setup of the fact that he has a silhouette of an animal from an image and then draws a scene within it. It's called a double exposure. It's pretty simple to do, but I want to just make it known that I can put these things together very quickly. You know, anytime you guys like a style or something, just throw it my way and say, listen, is this something that you could do? So enough of the seriousness now. I've got a few different designs that I'm going to try and put together, and then I'm going to try and see what we can come up with. But I may try and do this one later on when we get towards the end of the sort of stream and whatnot. Try and put something together. Folks, if you're watching over on TikTok, I'm live over on YouTube. If you want to come and join in the chat over there, that's where you can hear all the music as well. So if you are live, come over and check us out over on YouTube, Joel Create on YouTube, and get joining in with the chat. I'm sorry, Kat, I wasn't trying to gaslight you. I can't be bothered with TikTok. Yeah, I can't even be bothered with the other one. Let's move my phone out there. Alright, let's get drawing something. Let's have some fun. Let's do something. How is everybody anyway? How is everybody doing? Ashir drew that yesterday. Nice, nice. Let me just do this music situation. Cool. Okay, so we spoke about on... you'll get a face reveal when I'm... my last ever video and I'm saying goodbye because I'm retiring. I always picture him in my head as David Tennant. I suppose that's how much do you rate David Tennant, I guess. And have I locked this exposure? That's good. What's up, Dark Soldier? Thanks for popping in. Right, anyway, we were talking on Discord a little bit about the frosted sort of glass effect. I've been practicing a few different variations, but I'm going to put something together today. This is just something I was messing around with earlier, but the concept's pretty much how I want to do something. Then I want to do that silhouette style of the line, but I also want to do a frosted pumpkin as well. So that's what we're going to try and get through today. None of that long doodle stuff from last week, because that just took so long. So let's create a canvas. That's Cat. Here comes that photo. Cat is on a website called pexels.com. It's not me, so you can unconvince yourself of that. Okay, right. Let's go do some drawing. I'm actually going to use this palette real. Actually, no. Let's do the frosted one. That's what I wanted to come in and do. Palette. Am I going to grab my phone for this one? Nah. We'll just do something later on. We're not drawing. I mean, Kirsty, if you want to do a... how could I keep this simple? Okay, if you want to do a draw along, we'll do a live draw along of a pumpkin with the frosted glass effect, because then I can keep it relatively simple. So if you're ready, we can, if you give me some thumbs up in the chat if you want to draw along, and we'll draw a pumpkin together. If nobody wants to do it, I'll crack on. And try and do that frosted effect together. What's up, Tarkisio? Marie's here as well. How we doing? Joel, do you have your blankie with you tonight? I need to get that after dark sign, like right at the top here. Warning, excessive language used for comments like that. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Hola. How we doing? Tracy's here as well. Cool, let's do it. Let's do a draw along. I had to pawn my iPad the other. So until it gets back, I'm just enjoying the video and your loveliness, Daddy. Thank you, Elizabeth. And I hope you can get your iPad back soon. Right, you have got 1 minute to grab your iPads. Get ready. We're not going to use any other brushes. We're just going to probably use maybe 2 colours. So if you grab your iPads, we can do a live draw along if you want. We're going to do a frosted glass pumpkin. Don't go distracting her. She does not need any more distractions. Make it punchy. You guys, you love the sayings. You love the sayings. Right, give me a number 1 in the chat if you are ready. Give me a 2 if you're not and you need more time to grab your iPad and get set up. But otherwise give me a 1 if you're ready, 2 if you just need a minute longer. She is ready. Fresh Prince. Tracy, Kirsty. Is that everybody? Enigma's here as well, I just realised, further up. Canvas size is 2000 by 2000. It's going to be a pretty simple one, to be fair. We'll keep it somewhat simple, but I think the frosted effect could look really cool. So we'll try that out. Do you want me to turn down the music, Cat? Is that what you're saying? Is it too loud? I mean, it's pretty much almost the same volume as normal. Persh, custom stamp. No, not custom stamp. We're going to draw it out if you want to grab your iPad and get ready. Busra? Put a 2, so I'll give you a minute on that one. Are we ready to rock? Are we good? I'm gonna have to go for it when we're ready. How long have I been live for? I ain't done anything yet. How long have we been live for? What colours do we need? I've got no idea. I'm doing this off the top of my head. So probably an orange and a dark green. I'll try and point them out and hold my screen on my my disc when you're ready. So 12 minutes. Thank you. Fresh. Right, let's do it. Let's get ready. Okay, so if you've not done this tutorial style before, it's the same as the frosted glass fish. This tutorial will stay live afterwards on my channel. So if you want to watch it back, you can watch it back and slow it down. So if you get a little bit stuck behind, don't worry, the video will be live again. By the time we finish this, it will go up. So it'll be up somewhat tomorrow sometime. So You can draw along afterwards if you like, and we'll go from there. Wait, who are we missing? Joel's got some explaining to do. Who are we missing? Or are you just missing? I can't think. Julie's here. Julie's in the chat. But she's not drawing along with us. She said she can't because she's watching it on. No, she did drop out for a second. Cool, right, let's draw along together. Okay, so we're going to create a bunch of shapes to start with, and then we're going to apply a couple of different masking and blur effects to try and create that frosted look. Now, I'm drawing this off the top of my head with you, so if it looks naff at the end, I'll delete the video, I'll delete my channel. It never existed, neither did I. C'est la vie. Okay? Okay, no, but it should be fine. So we're pretty much just going to use the monoline brush for all the shapes that we're going to create, and then we're going to fill it in with the correct colors afterwards. So we need to draw a bunch of shapes. Now, probably the best thing to do here, I would say, is go up to your actions at the top. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Actions, go to canvas, and then go to edit drawing guide and turn that toggle on, and then go to edit drawing guide underneath. And then you want to tap on this option here in the bottom right hand corner called symmetry, and then pick a color at the top here so you can see it on your canvas. I always pick the pink one because it's the brightest, and you can turn your opacity up and whatnot so you can see your line on the screen. And you can see if I tap done in the top right, I'll get a line straight down the middle. Okay, so then now that empty layer that we get with the canvas is assisted. So it means now if we draw something on one side, we can see it on the other side at the exact same time. So this will help us hopefully keep our lines of symmetry. So we need to start off, we're going to create a middle part of the pumpkin, we're going to create the side and then side again as we make our way around the pumpkin. Ignore Julie in the chat, she's trying to put you all off. We're going to crack on inevitably. Right, let's try and create our first shape. So it's almost going to be sort of like a sort of rounded shape in the middle. So we are going to start here and just create a sort of rounded shape like so. You can hold your pen at the end if you want to create an arc, and that will create a perfect arc. But you can see like mine, it sort of points in at the bottom but also doesn't link at the top, so you might just need to go in and link those shapes up. Something like that is actually not a bad shape to start with. It's probably a little bit big, mind. So we'll drag and drop the white in, and that's our first shape for the pumpkin. I'm probably going to grab my cursor in the uniform option, probably scale mine down a smidge so we got a smaller shape in the middle there. I'm going to pause after each part so you can make sure yours is correct if you're trying a few times. I'll move on, but otherwise just drop a message in the chat and we will catch up to each other. I don't know how many of you are actually doing it. I think it's roughly around about 7 or 8 of you at the minute, so we will hopefully get everybody on the same page. How many pixels is my shape? It's height wise about 1060 and the width is about 670. Okay, I'm going to move on to the next shape now because we've got to get through a little bit, even though it's going to be a simple one. What we're going to do is we're just going to lower the opacity of that layer for a second, because what we need to do is we need to be able to see behind it. So I'm going to lower the opacity down just to anything, just so you can see through it, but create a new layer, tap on that layer and make sure it's drawing assisted and drag that layer underneath. Hang on, let me undo that. Let me just try something a second, guys. Don't copy me. Let me just grab my cursor. That's kind of what we want to try and end up with, but I don't like that shape so much. So let's just delete that. Okay, going back, we've still got the one shape in the middle. Yeah, Red Bull has to be required. We're going to do this. Right, let's go ahead, and on the empty new layer above, it should be drawing assisted. We're going to kind of do the same shape, but we're going to go a bit wider with this sort of side over here. So what you want to try and do though is you want to start here, sort of push outwards first and then arc round. And that's a terrible line, to be honest with you. But you want to try and create a sort of slightly wider shape. So ignore that one, we'll do it again. And I'm going to try and draw on one side first. And I'm holding my pen at the end because I want that arc. I want to create different bumps sticking out around the side, and I want this peak in the middle here. So I'm going to link up my shape here as well as link up my shape here too. Should end up with something like that. And then drag and drop your colour in, and then we just need to rearrange our layers again, moving the first layer we used to the top, and then the bottom one underneath is sat there underneath now. And we lower the opacity down of that layer as well, and you can see your two shapes sat behind each other. I'm not 18. Who just said that? Julie, are you referring to me? I'm 28, not 18. Julie, shut up. Nobody's 18. She's winding you up. Okay. The only thing I'm going to do is the top part of this, I want to just actually, no, do you know what? More realistic wise, it would be slightly more rounded. Let's just keep that shape for a minute. What we're going to do is create a new layer, and we're going to repeat the process again. So we're going to just drag that layer underneath so we can keep them all arranged. So smallest to biggest at the bottom, and then the bottom empty layer. Make sure you tap on that and you go drawing assist on that layer. And let's just do the exact same. So start at the same sort of point, push your shape outwards and round, and then bring it in at the middle. That's terrible. Let's do that again. Don't like that either. Let's try that again. I'm going to try from the bottom this time. This is what happens when I record an actual tutorial. It's just me just constantly nah, do it again, do it again. Okay, that's actually pretty good shape. Let's just make sure everything's linked up. Yep, it is. Drag and drop the colour in. And I'm going to lower the opacity down again so you can just see the sort of shape that we want to try and create there. And the different layers in there. What's up, David? David, if you want to draw along today, we are doing a live draw along. So if you want to, you just need to create 3 new layers. Just let me know in the chat if you want to grab your iPad and follow along. I would imagine you're at work, I presume. But if you want to, you can do. I'll wait for you. Kirsty's looks like a butt. Well, I'm not sure. So your butt looks like a pumpkin, does it? Or is it completely the other way around? I wish, but yeah, I'm working. No worries, dude. This will be left up on my channel afterwards, so you can follow along with it in the post stream video. Like I got to pay this bill because my phone is going to get turned off, Julie. What did I miss for that? He's 28, he got bills. Ashir, cheers for popping in. Appreciate you saying hello. Are we all good? Can everybody give me a number 1 if you're ready in the chat? Just move on. Lovely, lovely, lovely. You're not British. Anywhere cool? Yeah, it's my 15-year-old daughter. Cool. I think we're all good. Kirsty, how's your ass of a pumpkin looking? Are we good to move on? Okay, I think are we good? Are we good? Yeah, okay, so good. Cool. Okay, so actually let's just do one more shape. Let's create a new layer and let's drag our bottom layer up above that. And this bottom layer here, we want to grab our monoline still. You can do this 2 ways. You can create a stalk at this point. So it's up to you how you want to do this. You can maybe just start at the top and create maybe some sort of like swirl like this and then go back on yourself like that. Now don't worry about the size of that. That looks far too big. And then link up your shape and drag and drop your color in, and then just grab your cursor if it's too big. Just scale that down like so. Now I've gone for a bit of a sort of smooth line there, and to be honest with you, I don't like it. So I'm going to delete it. I'm going to just go back and do it again. I'm going to go for the selection tool. Okay, and then we're going to go to freehand, color fill, and turn on color fill, and then tap away to create your stalk. So I'm going to tap. I just realised I ain't got my glove on, which is why that just keeps darting across the screen like that. So you're going to start here by tapping on the screen, and I'm just going to tap away like so, creating a point. Like so, and then got a stalk at the top, and then I'm going to go across and link up and tap on my selection tool when I'm done. So we got a stalk at the top there. And to be honest with you, I will admit, I keep drawing without the grip on, and it feels really weird. Like you just get used to it. Went for the smooth look. Nice, nice. Yeah, no, it's a metal drawer that I've got. Everybody says that. It just sounds like an elephant. Sorry. Sorry. I might just do it again if you lot get annoying. Link to your pen tips in the description down below. Hashtag sellout. Right. Okay, let's carry on then, because we've got our shapes now. We need to start adding in all the correct colours. We all good? So with our pumpkin at the bottom, what we're going to do is we're going to go up to the top layer here, and we've got to create a new layer above it. Now this is important to follow along with, so actually give me some ones in the chat just to make sure that you are all listening. It's a metal drawer. A bottle water. I hate that TikTok, I see it all the time. A bottle water. Nobody says that. Cool. Got some wands, let's crack on. So, looking at our layers, what we've got to do is we've got to go up to our layers, and we should only have 4. Now we've got to repeat this process for each shape. So we're going to create a new layer above it. We're going to tap on that layer and we're going to use the option of clipping mask. We actually just need to turn the opacity back up to 100% on the original shape underneath. So this original shape's gone up to 100%, and then we need to go back to the empty layer. Now this is important. What we've got to do is we've got to fill in the space around it. So we've actually got to tap on our shape that we want to use. We're going to tap on it and we're going to use the option of select. Then turn off color fill, because you might have just used that down here. So if color fill is turned on, turn it off. And it's important now that you go to invert. Now that will select everything around the outside, not that object. Then go back to your layers and the empty one. And then grab a orange from your palette. So I'm going to grab this orange here, and you can see whereabouts it is on my disc. You can see it's right smack bang there, and that's roughly where you want to try and get that on the disc. And then you want to grab your color and drag and drop it onto the screen. Now you won't see any visual difference, but if we go up to our layers, you'll see this layer now is completely orange around the outside of that shape, and that's bang on. Okay, now we can tap on our selection tool because we're done. Then what we want to do is we want to go to this white layer of this disc for a second, the shape that we created, and then we want to tap on it and use the option of invert. Now it'll turn it to black. And then what we want to try and do is we want to go to our orange layer. Oh, can you repeat the last thing about the select and invert? So I'm going to do that whole thing again real quick, just in case, because this process has got to repeat now 4 times for the other shape. So I'll start again real quick. We create a new layer above the shape that we want to color in, essentially. So you tap on it, create a new layer. We tap on that new layer and we clip it to the shape that we want to start colouring in. Then what we do is we go to the shape that we want to colour in, the shape of it. We tap on that layer and you get this little menu, and you want to use the option of select at the top here. When you tap on select, it will select that shape. But what we want to do is we want to select everything else but that shape. So we go down here and we use the option of invert. When you tap on invert, the diagonal lines will flip the other way. Then what we need to do is go back to our layers, and the selection will stay there. Go back to the empty layer. Then grab your orange colour, and you can see where mine is in the disc here. And then you want to drag and drop your colour into the empty space around the outside. Now visually you won't see any change, but if you go to your layers, you'll see that this layer here is now orange with the exception of the shape in the middle. And then I'll go back to this original shape here, and I'm going to tap on it. I'm going to invert it because it will change it to black, and then I'm going to tap on my selection when I'm done. And I'll wait for you at this point here. Just give me some 1s in the chat if you're good to go. Give me a 2 in the chat if you are wanting some more time. And just take a quick commercial break. Have you guys tried out Pen.Tips? You get 5 in the box. There is 5, there's just a black one in the middle. There you go. Boom. Link in the description. Go buy a bunch. Tuesday. Now that's too far, Marie. You're just taking a minute to spell it like that as well. Kirsty, I've got no idea how much they are, to be honest with you. Oh, Kat, you can use the just the tip emoji, don't forget, because you're a YouTube member. Okay, I think we're all good. I can't see any 2s. I think I'm good to go. So, pay attention. Snap, snap. So go to the orange layer now. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go to the adjustments at the top here. You're going to go to Gaussian blur and layer. And then you're going to swipe from left to right. And we're going to go, let's go for something, let's go for about 25%. That looks pretty cool. Let's do that. And then tap, actually let's maybe, Okay, I'm going to go for 30% because I want that extra space. And then tap on your adjustments when you're done. And then it's not quite over yet. We've got to then go back to our layers. Now we've done the glow. We need to erase all this excess around the outside, because if you look at your layer, it's got all this orange around the outside. So we go back to the shape that we want. We tap on that layer and we go to select. Again, that will select that shape. But we want to get rid of everything around the outside. So we have to tap on invert again at the bottom. And then we go to the orange layer. We tap on that layer and you can go straight to the option of clear. Now you'll see that your layer has completely changed. You've got to get rid of a load of the excess around the outside. And then if you tap on that layer and turn off clipping mask, you can now also turn off the black layer and you'll be left with just the orange. Now it might look funny at the minute because it's letting a little bit of the grey through for the other two layers, but it's done. It's good to go. Now let me know if you've caught up at that point, and let me catch up with the chat. We don't all earn the money, Joel, you do. Oh no, that's why I was plugging it, you know? Gotta pay bills. Man's got bills. It's Julie's emoji. Let's all remember that. She gets a cut of absolutely nothing. How do I become a YouTube member? It's a bit of a pain in the backside, to be honest with you. Let me grab the link for you if you want to take a look. Let's go to youtube.com. Let's go to YouTube. So annoyingly, they don't put the link on my channel on iOS, which is a bit of a pain. And obviously all of you are pretty much on iOS, because in terms of most of my audiences, because they've got iPads for Procreate. Let me grab the link. Copy. And there they go. I'll drop the link in the description. Not in the chat even. Don't be claiming my work as your own, Joel. Violates Rule 7. Shut up. Click the dollar thing at the bottom of the chat thing and then click on member. Oh, okay. That's actually, I didn't know you could do that. That's pretty cool. Elizabeth. I only have super chat and super sticker as options. Yeah, it's different, or it's different literally for everybody. It's quite annoying. I dropped a link in the chat though, if you can see that, if you want to. So just so you get some idea of what that is before I move on, by the way, a membership, you get extra emojis and a badge like Kat's got next to her name. Now that will change every month that she is a member. It will get better. It will basically go from navy through to teal, through to green, through to bronze, silver, gold, eventually. So that's something you can get. It's just a little bit of extra way if you want to support the channel, but otherwise, you know, for the same money you can join Patreon and get even more tutorials. So it's totally up to you if you want to do either. It's up to you, darling. Joel, your neon lights are fancy. Are those ones at the top? They've part of a whole new setup I've got, which is pretty cool. Can I see I'm on Android actually everywhere else? iPad is for Procreate. That's fair. Stream has froze. Wait, what? Has it? I think I just stopped talking for a second, or was it? Has it actually froze? Can you? What's up, Louise? How you doing? Are we all good to move on in this tutorial? We've got to repeat that same process now 3 more times for the other part, so we'll get cracking on this. What's the time? Jesus. Thank you, Busra, as well. It froze. It froze. Did it freeze? Try one thing I would say, if it really does freeze, close it and open it back up again, and we'll carry on. But I think I got a couple of ones in there, so we're good to crack on. Darby just became a member. Should pop up on the screen as well. There we go. Darby becoming a member over on YouTube. Don't forget to flex that badge as well as your new emojis as well. And I think we might have just hit the threshold potentially for me to add even more. The more members we get, the more emojis I can create. So that's pretty cool. Thank you, Darby. I appreciate the love. Right, so let's repeat the same process now. So just looking at my layers, this now, the first object we created is now turned off. We don't need it for a sec. We've just got the orange layer at the top. So let's repeat the process for the layer underneath. So we create a new layer. We tap on that layer and we go to clipping mask. We just need to change the opacity of the shape that we're trying to fill back up to 100%. So this layer here, go back up to 100%. Then we tap on that layer and we want to select the shape of it. We want to select everything around the outside. So we go to invert. We go back to our layer and we go back to the empty one. And we drag that orange into the outside. No visual change, but you'll see it within your layers. And then you go back to the... Oh no, scrap that. You tap on your selection tool. And then on the orange... Nope, we'll go on this layer here, the shape. Let's tap on it and invert it to black, because it helps us to see our shapes that we're going to draw. And then on the orange layer that's clipped, we're going to go back to our adjustments, Gaussian blur and layer, and swipe from left to right and bring that color in. Now if you go up to, I did 30% last time and I think that should be good. I think 30 looks pretty good. We'll go for 30. Oh, that's cool. And then tap on your adjustments when you're done. Now you've done the blur, you now need to get rid of everything around the outside. So we go back to our layer. We tap on the shape again that we need. Essentially, we use this as like a cookie cutter every time. So we tap on it because we want to select the shape. So we go to select. We want to select everything around the outside again. So we go to invert. So we're repeating that process again. And then we go back to our orange layer. And we then tap on that layer and we use the option of clear. And that has now gone. And then we should be left with just that shape. And you can tap on that layer and you can unclip it and it will then become just the orange layer. What the heck is going on? I think is YouTube catching up? I think my stream is catching up. We're not that popular. Yeah, it's actually catching up. Loads of pop-ups. Okay, Tracy, your colour has not appeared. Okay, I'll repeat that process one more time. Tracy, you ready? Give us a 1 if you're ready. Oh my god. Where are we up to? I think there's one more that's going to pop up. Yeah, that's it, I think. Playing catch up. Okay, so you're done with all 3 objects. Jesus. It's the same process. You select the shape that you want, you invert it to select the outside, you fill the outside, you blur it, and then you do the same again. You select the cookie cutter shape, you invert it to select everything around the outside and remove it, and then you're left with just the glow. Which, while we wait for Tracy just to see if she messages back again, just to see if she catches back up. Okay, 2 seconds, Tracy. We do this because what we want to be left with is a transparent shape with just the outside glow. Admittedly, you could just literally create a shape. Jesus. You could just create a shape and then just like use the soft airbrush and fill in around the edges, but it's not the same effect and it's not as neat around the side. So that's why I do it like that. Okay, so Tracy, what we're going to do is I'll do that layer one more time. Okay, let's create a new layer above our shape. Let's tap on it and use the option of clipping mask. And then what we want to do is go to the shape that we want to use, which is this shape here. We tap on it and we want to select that shape. But it will select the actual shape itself. We want to select everything around the outside. So we tap on invert, which then selects everything around the outside. And then when you go to your layers, go to the empty layer. That's probably the step that you were missing there, Tracy. You've got to go to this empty layer here. And then drag and drop your colour in. And then you'll see on my layer now, I've got orange around the outside with a hole in the middle. Then we go up to our selection, turn it off. Wait. Yep. It's alright, Tracy, it's all good. And then you go to the orange layer and then go to your adjustments, Gaussian blur and layer, and then blur that out 30%. And then tap on your adjustments when you're done. And that will bring in the glow. And then you go back to your cookie cutter shape. You tap on it and use the option of select, because we select that shape again, but we want to select everything around the outside. So we tap on invert. And then we go back to our layers and the orange one. Tap on it and use the option of clear. And then tap on that layer and unclip it, and you'll be left with just the glow ready to go. So let me know, Tracy, if you caught up with that one. I can do it again one more time because we've got one more shape to do anyway. So I can repeat the process again. But you do not have to apologise. All this lot can sit tight. Darby, again, thanks for becoming a supporter on YouTube. Appreciate the love. Julie's gone quiet. She's actually realised everybody's following along at this point. And Marie as well, by the looks of it. Oh no, there we go. What is that sound? What did I do? Is it me? Or is it in the background? Christmas gift. Oh, you celebrate a bit early, don't you? But yours is black and mine is white. That's fine. You can just simply tap on that layer and invert it. But you can invert it to black and just leave it as black and turn it off because we don't need it for a minute. Tracy love, you have got absolutely nothing to apologise for. We have got no time restraint other than when my head hits the desk, but that's probably not for another 3 hours, and I'm not going to hit my head on the desk purposely. That's just when I fall asleep. So you have got absolutely nothing to worry about. Last week, Tracy, to put it simple, last week they watched me do a doodle for 4 hours that I didn't even complete, and I wasn't happy with it at all. I can't lie, last week I was not happy with that design at all. But it is what it is. We used to be turning in forever. Last week was a marathon session, lol. Go all night, baby. You kept us entertained, Joe. That's all that matters. I tried my best. To be honest, these streams are getting longer and longer anyway. I start at 8 bang on now and finish about midnight every time, which I don't mind, to be fair. It's, I mean, I'd draw all day long if I could. I wasn't happy with it. No, it's something about it I just didn't like. Anyway, give me a 1 in the chat if you're ready for me to move on to the final shape And we're going to then start to work on some lighting and stuff afterwards, see if there's anything that we could do. Elizabeth every time. Elizabeth, are you part of our Discord? Right, let's crack on. Let's move on to the last object. So we've got just the one in the background. So just turn your opacity back up to 100%. You can actually just tap on that last object and invert it if you want to now. So it's black. Let's go ahead and create a new layer. Tap on that layer and clipping mask it to the black shape that we've got. On that layer of the shape, the cookie cutter shape, let's tap on it and use the option of select, and that will select the shape, but we want to select everything around the outside. So we go to invert, and then we go back to our layers. We go to the empty layer. We drag and drop our orange into that space. And then when you look at your layers, you'll end up with a layer with a bunch of orange around the outside. Then you've got to go to your selection tool. As we're done with that for a minute, we now just apply the glow. So we go up to our adjustments, Gaussian blur and layer, and we swipe from left to right, bringing in that color. Always looks so cool when that pays off. And we're up to 30%. And then we have our little pumpkin in green, or green, in orange there, glowing with that sort of frosted look, which we'll add in a second. And then tap on your selection when you're done. And that's our main shapes. Then what we do need to do now is get rid of the excess around the outside. So we go back to our cookie cutter, we tap on it and we use the option of select, which selects that shape. We then tap on invert, which selects everything else around the outside. And then we go to our orange layer, we tap on that layer and use the option of clear, which gets rid of anything that you've got selected as clear. And then tap on that layer, use the option of clipping mask, turn it off and turn off the black layer, and that's our pumpkin shape done, which I think looks really cool. Elizabeth, you are indeed magic. Good to see you on the Discord. I absolutely love our Discord while we wait for everybody to catch up. I can, Jesus. What's happening now? I need antibiotics, I'll be right back. Wait, you guys know each other in real life? Kirsty, I told you I was clean, you don't need those. God. I'm Dobberella because Joel can't say Derby. I can say Derby. It's actually David, I think, who thought I said Dobby, wasn't it? It was one of us. I'm doing a video myself. It was your sub count sound. It was your sub count sound. Oh, right. Was that all those noises that were going off? Yeah, I knew it was David. I thought it was. When you say Derby, it sounds like Dobby. No, it doesn't. You just heard the difference. Right, listen. Hang on. Derby. Dobby. You hear that? It's the British accent. It's not the flipping accent. Yous are all deaf, that's what it is. It does not sound the same. Behave yourself. Right, anyway, let's repeat that process just for the stalk at the top. Everybody switch on. Hey, switch on. I'm watching. Give us a 1 in the chat if you're ready, just for the stalk part now. Thumb's right there. My thumb, right? I actually didn't even know if I was going to be able to draw. I got it caught in between 2 pieces of equipment at the gym, and it is killing me. So you're lucky I'm on the stream. Nearly destroyed my absolutely immaculate thumbs. It really hurt. Nearly saw them. Anyway, are we all here? It's only Kirsty who's ready to do some drawing. Anybody ready to do some drawing? Tracy who's ready to do some drawing. This is your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 warning. Alright, let's go back up to our layers. We're going to repeat the same process but with the stalk this time. So, we're going to go ahead and create a new layer above it. We're going to tap on that layer and we're going to use the option of clipping mask. We're going to go up to our colours. We're going to select any colour of green, really. Depends on what sort of shade you want. I'm going to go for a somewhat darker tone, something like here. So you can see where my colour is on the disc here to start with. And then you can see where my other point ends up. So something roughly here. You could go for a really bright green, but I'm going to sort of tone it down a smidge. So from here and here, grab that green. And then what we want to do is repeat the same process. What's up, Gabe? We're going to tap on our stalk image and we're going to tap on it and use the option of select. That will select the actual shape, but we want to select everything around the outside. So we go to invert. We go back to our layers and we go to the empty layer. And we drag and drop that green into the empty space and you won't see anything different. Oh, did I not invert that? There we go. Drag it into the empty space. And then we go to our selection tool because we're done. I'm going to tap on my stalk and invert it to black just so I can see the colours better. On the green layer we go to adjustments, Gaussian blur and layer, and I'm probably not going to do 30 because that would just fill the whole thing in green. I'm going to go for something a bit subtle, something around about 14% I reckon, because it's a smaller shape. And then we're going to tap on our adjustments when we're done. We're going to go back down to our stalk again, tap on it and use the option of select. And then we're going to invert it to select everything around the outside. So when we go back to our green layer and we tap on it and use the option of clear, we'll be left with just the green. We can tap on clipping mask and turn off the original layer. And we've got our pumpkin in its sort of shape. Now I'm not going to draw any sort of faces on it or anything like that. I'm going to keep it pretty minimal and simple with this one. The only thing you could really start to do is you could add in some extra pieces around the outside. Now this effect itself, thank you Darby, my pumpkin does look rather lovely. You could, because this is meant to be designed and in how I always imagine it, it's frosted glass. So I always imagine that each piece here that we just did is another piece of glass stacked on top of each other. So with that in mind, this top layer here is sat on the top and everything else underneath it should be blurred out. But we don't have any objects in the background to actually blur out. Now this is probably going to mess with your head a tiny bit, but let's stick with it. Let's take a look at our group up here. Now if you haven't grouped it together, just simply grab all your shapes other than the stalk, all 6 of them, and tap on group. Okay, so you group all 6 of those together so you can collapse them down like so. What you want to do is we want to duplicate these shapes because this is meant to be like glass, you should see through it. So we want to see the curves of the pumpkin but on the other side of the pumpkin that's facing away from us. So we're going to swipe on that group to the left that we just made and duplicate it. All your colours will get really punchy, but ignore it for a second. Grab your bottom group out of the 2 and then grab your cursor and go to freeform and then just grab either side and just scale that in a little bit and then move it into the center until you hit that orange line like so. Now once I got the orange line, we want to try and basically get the shapes that we're just about to add in the background to sit in the gaps between the shapes that we already had. Now that might again be a bit confusing, but we're trying to just scale this down widthwise. You can see how much smaller I've made it on either side, and I'll tell you when I'm sort of happy, which is actually there. So you scale it down so you can see how much more narrow I've made it on either side here. Okay, and then tap on your cursor when you're done. And now that might look a little bit funky at this point, but what we're going to do is we're going to start to lower the opacity of them and blur them out as well. Okay, so we're going to go back to that group, and then each layer, I just want you to, oh, Kirsty said hold on. Pen down. My pen is down, my dear. Another swig. Now, Kirsty, if you can't see yours, what do you mean you can't see it? Have you left the black original shapes on? You need to turn these black original, what I call cookie cutter shapes, they need to get turned off. Okay? Should we make a punchy emoji? That would actually be pretty cool. I've got to do it. I'll make one. Actually, I don't know. Let me have a look. Because now that Dobby has joined, I think I might be able to add more emojis. Let's have a look. Oh, I need 6. And if Dobby's just joined, that means I think we're up to 5. I mean, I could probably get rid of like the Procreate one and add in a different one. I don't think we really use the Procreate one, do we? Or even the Joel one, I can get rid of that. Yeah, of course you can give it a shot. Let's I'll put it in Discord afterwards if you want to create a punchy emoji. We'll do that. I need 6 members on YouTube to then unlock another couple of extra slots for emojis. So when I duplicated and rasterized it, it just didn't do what yours did. Right, hang on. Let me delete that group and start again. Okay, just take a look at my group first of all. Okay, there's no layers clipped to each other anymore. It's the orange of the shape here, and then this black layer is not turned on. It's turned off. And then each layer underneath is the same repeating. So we've got an orange visible layer, we've got a black invisible layer. Orange visible, black layer turned off. Orange visible, black layer turned off. Just let me know, Kirsty, if your group looks exactly the same as that. Tracy, I just want to be completely clear. You guys don't have to join the YouTube thing. It's just a thing if you want some extra stuff on the live streams. It's totally up to you. But it's if you, I think everybody here is patrons anyway. I'd much rather you just stay over on Patreon and make sure you guys are staying over there. So don't feel there's no need to do both if you don't want to, or you don't need to at all. Elizabeth, you get a lot more stuff over on Patreon. I would say then the YouTube you'll get obviously the emojis and you'll get the badges beside your name, but you get a lot more over on Darby. You get a lot more over on Patreon in terms of actual content. This is just another way of supporting the channel. Okay, Kirsty, you're good to go. What happened? So hang on, wait. I turned the black shapes off. It all disappeared. What did I miss? Julie. Okay. Kirsty, you good now, yeah? I'm ready to go. Okay, I think we're good. Darby, I wanted to be Joel's sugar mama. Oh, you guys are funny. Oh, you take it back. For God's sake. Can't get any love around here from any of you lot. Right, okay, cool. Sorry, yes, go. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, right, so that group there. Collapse it down. Kirsty, please tell me it's in a group. You've grouped all your orange shapes together. Can I start doing the pen flippy thing? Oh, God. That's what you're getting. Oh. Cat, in a way we all are. That is somewhat true. Does that mean David is also my sugar mama as well? I hope he's still here. It is grouped. I'm not that okay. Yes, ma'am. Right, sorry, let's go to that group and swipe it to the left and duplicate it. Everything will get really punchy. The bottom layer, the bottom group, we want to go to that group. And we want to go to our cursor and we want to use freeform. And we want to bring the sides in. Okay, grab them side nodes. And then once you brought it in a little bit, just hit the orange line down the middle. And what you want to try and achieve is that these orange bits here are a bit smaller than the ones that we had before. Now, you want to try and just make sure it basically like goes into the gaps on either side. So let me try and arrange this to let you know what mine looks like. So that's actually pretty good. And then tap on the cursor when you're done. So let me just show you how much narrower I've made mine, okay? Okay, see, I'm only joking. Yeah, Ray's got the right attitude. Everyone's a sugar mama if you're brave enough. Wait, it's glitchy. I can't see I've dropped any frames at all. Are we good? I think we're good. It's not bad enough work is getting in the way. Now the Wi-Fi isn't working. Oh no. Yeah, it's working for me. Missed the unclipped part. Turning the black ones off. I'm all good now. I'm still building this damn desk, by the way. Oh no. Okay, cool. Right, what I want to try and explain now is the logic. We've got our original 3 layers that we had at the top, and we've now made 3 more, but slightly smaller. What I want to try and do now is blur those layers out in the background to create that frosted glass effect. Now it's kind of simple to do that. We're going to go to that group and let's say like this one here, the top one in that new group. Turn it on and off, you can see where it will start to affect. It's in those gaps. Now normally I would manually do this. I would do the blurring myself, but what I'm going to do is I'm first of all going to lower the opacity down a smidge. I'm going to go down to about 60%. Okay, so we're going to, this is going to be repeated throughout the whole thing. So we're going to go to 60% on this layer in the bottom group. We're going to go to adjustments, Gaussian blur and layer, and swipe from left to right and blur that layer out. And I'm blurring it around about, we want to see a bit of definition through there, so I'm actually going to go for about 4%, maybe a smidge higher. Let's go 5%. Okay, tap on Gaussian blur when you're done your adjustments, and that's kind of the effect that we want to try and achieve. This piece here, this main piece, is sat in front of everything else. So the piece that we're now blurring out in the background is the other side of the pumpkin hidden in behind there. And let's repeat that process for the other layers. It's pretty straightforward. We go back to the next layer down, we lower the opacity down to 60%. And we go to our adjustments, Gaussian blur and layer, and we swipe to 5% for a nice 5% blur. And then we end up with another really cool smoothed out line there in the back. Now it's looking very bright on your screen. Some would say punchy, but we'll sort that out in a second. We're then going to go to our next layer down in this and then do the same process. Lower the opacity down to 60. I'm going to go to adjustments, Gaussian blur and layer, and blur that out 5%. Like so. And now you will see the effect that I was trying to pull off. We've got those 3 pieces on the top here and everything else is blurred out through the glass, which I think looks pretty sweet. Now ignore what I'm about to do. I just need to mess around with a few bits and bobs and just test out some things that we could maybe make adjustments now. So this is me just freestyling some stuff, so ignore me for a second. It's not that bright, to be honest. What if we dragged this? Whoa. Drag that group above instead, and then change those opacities down. So how's everybody's evening? Yeah, thank you, Kirsty. You look after everybody in the chat for a second while I mess around. Overlay looks pretty good. It's not as bright on my screen as it is on yours. New subscriber, we got Eva over on YouTube. Thanks for subscribing. If you're here, be sure to say hello in the chat. I like that, but let me try and adjust the exposure for you guys. That is definitely not as bright as this. Can this actually decide to work, please? I think that's literally exactly the same. Someone please put the YouTube members link. Can anyone grab that for us while I just mess around? Is that okay? Or do you want me to grab it? I can grab it if you want. I'm thinking that it's actually this top layer now that's actually the wrong. Ooh, that's looking good. That looks sweet. Damn, that looks good. So that's set to add at 60%, and then that's lowered now. Let's just try that out for everything. No, I don't like it. I don't like that bottom layer. Oh, it does look cool. I'm going to butcher this name, but let's go for Oslam. How you doing? Thank you for dropping in. Wait, is it kicking off? Who's kicking off? Is there going to be a fight? Don't worry, I posted the link in the chat. Sorry. Okay. So what if we lower them to say 30 again, actually? But this outer one stay at 100. Then these will get changed to add at 60. Okay, that was it. That actually looks quite cool. But okay, right. Let me catch you guys back up. As in, let me go back to where everything was. What we got going on here? That's the blurred out layer, and that's the group. Okay, right. So if I move this back up to here. That's the blurred bit. Let's move that one down. And then that other group. Okay, right. Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready to just add some changes to this, and then we will just change up how it looks in a second, and then maybe add a little bit of lighting on the floor, but otherwise we're going to pretty much leave it as that frosted look. There's not really a great deal we can really do to this. To drop a 1 in the chat if you're ready to crack on. Kirsty's ready. Enigma's off. Half done, Pumpkin. I'll leave the video up tomorrow so you'll be able to follow along, but thank you for following along as long as you have done. Appreciate you being here. Tracy's ready, Kirsty's ready. Who else is ready? Everybody always tails off, don't they, when we get closer down the end of these? I think I'm good. I think I'm good to crack on. I think it's just Kirsty and Tracy left, so we're only going to do a few bits left, and then we're gonna finish it. Because to be honest, you could leave it like that. Again, it looks super bright on my screen, on what you're seeing of my version of the screen. It doesn't look as bright as that. So, right. What we have is we've got the top layer here, which is still the solid shapes. You see we've got those glows underneath as well. We're going to swap those groups around for a second. So this top group here, which is these solid shapes, grab that group and drag it underneath our glows. Now the top ones should be the blurred out ones. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go into that top group, and we need to make some adjustments here first. So we're going to go to each orange layer, tap on the N, and then we're going to go to the option of add. That will give us a really cool glow on the inside there. And we're going to leave that at 60%. And we're going to do that for all of these layers in here. They should already be at 60%. So all the orange layers, just change them to add. And then the last one, change that to add as well. Now wait for everybody to catch up at this point. I actually really like it just like that. I actually quite like it like that. I'm not sure if I'm going to make any further changes to it. I like the top glow and the bottom glow. Let me share with you what that looks like in Discord. Let's go to... Okay, I just shared it on Discord in the general chat. So you can take a look at that, and that's what mine looks like right now. So it's got more of a sort of subtle glow to it. It doesn't have such a bright glow that the camera is giving off. I just want to make sure that you guys are seeing what I'm sort of seeing and how sort of the levels that we're working with there. So that's what we're looking at over on Discord, if you can see that. It's just a subtle difference. It's just slightly lighter than it is, sorry, slightly darker than it is, and more a bit, I hate to say it, a bit punchier than it is over on the stream here. And even Julie just said, looks way better here than on camera. Yeah. Well, one day I will get a camera, a proper camera. But for now, I've got an old phone that we're filming this through for a minute. Okay, so the only thing, to be honest with you, that I would like to change... Oh, Kirsty's is that. Oh, Kirsty's looks really cool. I like the fact that you've gone for a different shape with yours. I love that. Yeah, yours has got the same glows as well, which I think looks really cool. Oh, that's really nice. Who else? Love that. Okay, cool. So the only thing I'd like to probably do is just put a little bit of either a glow at the bottom, maybe, like a flat surface. So how you want to do that, if you're ready, it's pretty straightforward. Collapse that group down. Create a new layer. And then go to your colors, and your history, you should still have the orange that you used before. So grab your brush library and your airbrush, soft airbrush that we always use. My brush size is about 24%, but if you tap in the middle of the screen, you'll get an orange glow. And then grab your cursor. You can either scale that up to say that sort of size, but then grab the freeform option and just flatten that down. And you'll end up with a sort of like surface glow at the bottom there. And it'll just make it look like it's sort of, I mean, your pumpkin's got a bit of a badonkadonk on it, so you might end up with a little bit of a gap underneath, but that won't be a bad thing. And that's it, really. That's all we need to do. It's a bit, sometimes these live ones are a bit hit and miss because I always like to make sort of changes on the fly potentially. So seeing your results was actually really cool. Helps me realise that you guys are on track. So that's it. That's all we need to do really for the frosty. It's just a pumpkin at the end of the day. So I'm happy with that. Let's have a little drinks break. Little coffee break. I would just add that little glow in at the bottom. I think that's sort of the final step really. So what I'm going to do now is, we're not going to do any more sort of live draw along with me at this point now. I'll leave this video up though, should anybody just be joining now. You can draw this and you can backtrack in the video and follow along with the steps on how to create this. Right, so now I'm just going to draw freely, so don't go sending me any messages, just tell me to wait. I'm clacking on. Do you think, just question real quick while people are still here. Do you think this should go up as a YouTube tutorial? Like a proper one? I think I'm in the mindset now that it should be. Kat says yes. Julie says yes. Okay. This is, okay. Well, I'll tell you what then. I'm going to do this. Oh no, because I've got a... Wait, what's going on YouTube this weekend? Shall we have a look while we're all here? So this is this weekend's YouTube tutorial. This paper cutout. Can you see the texture in there? I think you can. That's this weekend's tutorial. Next week we've got the Patreon exclusive tutorial, which is this design here. So that's going up on Tuesday Friday the 3rd. When's the 3rd? I think I gave you the 3rd and the 13th. So the 3rd is Sunday. Gee! 3 tutorials in a week. You guys are milking me like a cow. This is getting ridiculous. Anyway, Patreon exclusive tutorial up on the 3rd. If you're looking at this video right now and you are not a patron even, do not join right now. I'm just going to be straightforward with you. If you join right now, you'll end up getting charged right now, and you'll only get charged again on the 1st of the month. So if you're thinking and you want to become a patron of mine and get all the extra tutorials a month, don't do it right now. Just wait till the 1st if you're going to do it. I don't want you getting charged twice. So that is going live on Sunday. Now, why is it Sunday? Oh no, I'll tell you why it's Sunday. Because it should be the 1st or the 2nd of the month. So we're now waiting until... I've got to wait a couple of days because my video on YouTube's going live on the 1st. I always make sure the YouTube videos go up on Friday. Yada yada yada. Boring story. Okay, cool. So that's on the 3rd. So next weekend, I think I'll do the pumpkin frosted glass effect. Roger that. Pen it in. Love the trees that look like fingers. Joel, no one wants to milk you. Jesus. You guys could be so mean. Tracy, my dear, over on Discord, you have absolutely nothing to apologise for. It's not your fault, it's Julie. She's the one distracting everybody. Julie, just don't argue it, just accept it. Okay, so I was messing around with this earlier on, this sort of style, with the same style that we we're just using with the frosted glass effect. You can see that like this sort of moon probably in the background blurs in behind these other pieces of glass in front. So I like that, but I don't like it in the square. I think it's just pretty naff and boring. So I'm going to do something different. And then I'm going to redo this Savannah design here that I drew earlier, just to have some fun. Try anything once. Right. Alright, let's have some fun. Straw. I've got some good ideas for how this one could turn out. So you can't see me right now, but I'm absolutely bouncing along to this song. I can stop working so hard now, that's why. I can make as many mistakes as I like. I'm in love with that Simba thing. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on it. I've already put some work into it, so I want to just show you everybody that it can be done. Just kind of inspired by Rishi's and the whole situation over on Discord earlier on. So iPad down, let the chatting commence. The shear's back. You're just such a tease. I all know. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop with the accent. It's a thing. It's just a thing. I'm waiting for Julie. Wait, what? Hang on. I'm just catching it. You guys are chatting absolute rubbish over on Discord. Anyway, stop chatting over there and join in with the chat on YouTube. 10-week bans all around. How'd the pumpkin go this year? Do you want to see it before I move on? We ended up with this nice glow here. Just a real, just frosted-ish effect. I also put a glow at the bottom just for a bit of extra lighting, but I think it came out pretty good. Joel, can you say Julie is a Bonnie Lassie? I definitely nailed that. Definitely nailed that. That is big time. That is huge. Boom! Tracy drops the membership over on YouTube. Do I have a... Wait, no, wait, I got... I think... Wait, how many memes have I even got?
Nice.
I think I had one... No, I didn't. I forgot I even had these memes. Anyway. Tracy, thank you, my dear, for your support. Appreciate you becoming a YouTube member. For some reason, Tracy, just let me know in the chat. Have you been a YouTube member before? Because your badge has gone straight to the second one. And I can't see it yet. It's not pulled through for me yet. It takes like a day, I think, for me to catch up. For it to catch up. Oh no, hang on. No, it did say rejoined. Oh, so that's why you've got... Oh, that's pretty cool. So if you rejoin, you keep the time that you were a member. So you've actually still got your month. That's why yours has gone straight to the second badge. You've not got the navy one. You've got the second one. You've got the teal one. Or the bluey one, whatever you want to call it, teal blue. Good for you. That's cool. Didn't know you could do that. That's all good, Tracy. It's just good to see that you still get to keep your time. That's really cool. I did think, oh, that's sort of bugged out a little bit there, but it's that's really cool that you get to go straight in sort of where you were. Damn. Are you leader of the pack now? So I think, again, I will let you know, but that pushes us up to 6 over on YouTube, meaning we can add an extra emoji or 2, I think. I don't know what the actual numbers are, but let's have a look. Does it let us know? Oh, hang on. It's actually telling me I can upload it right now. Right, hang on. Let me go right on Discord a second. Let's go to... I'm going to put it under a new channel. I'm going to clone that channel. New emoji challenge. Create channel. Hey folks. Hang on, you beautiful people. And we are... Right, I think that's good. Sorry, guys. Right, hang on. Where are we? Did I miss anything? Why are you sorry? Right, what did I miss? Thanks, Dabs. I'm sorry, Julie. My teacher told everyone good luck on the test, so I said, you too. She ended up taking my test and failing. Julie, stop. Wait, what did Julie say? Sorry, Kirsty, I'm just playing Joel saying Bonnie Real Lassie on repeat. Ah, cool. Right, sorry, I'm going to draw some stuffs, I guess. Some stiffs. So, let's start with the moon, I think. What the heck? Oh, it's a eraser, that's why. That layer, go to that colour there, I think. Hang on, let me catch you. Don't ignore me, Julius. I love you too. Jewis. Tracy, the hubby wants Michael Myers drawing. Damn. Wasn't really planned for that. I might try and do it as a tutorial maybe, because it's a pretty... Oh, I have actually seen something that I did think about using Michael Myers for. I might plan that on the stream next week actually. For now I'm just going to keep doing the sort of frosted glass effect that I wanted to try and do for today. But I will bear it in mind. I'm going all the way around here, creating the shape. No, not drawing assisted. This is just creating some content really for Instagram, I guess, at this point. So I used to, a lot of people who've joined up recently have gone really far back in the my Patreon posts that I've made, and have asked for a lot of stuff that would not necessarily be tutorials, but was just part of like my sort of sneak peeks, because I used to do a lot of just letting people know what it is I'll be drawing soon, and that was pretty much, to be honest with you, like pre everybody joining, and then like taking Patreon a lot more serious and having it as a place that I can create tutorials for stuff. So one of the styles was very similar to this, but I've got a lot to try and get back through really, because a lot of those never made it onto like YouTube or anything. One, two, three, four. Now, why is it Kirsty's fault? Elizabeth, love this group. It's so funny how all of us have come together for this group, but I wouldn't have it any other way. You lot are awesome. I say this all the time. I feel like I'm just a repeating record a lot of the time, but Kirsty, she always blames me, Joe. I'm a scapegoat. Kirsty, just say the word and I'll kick her out. Just say the word. She's gone. She's worse than you. How is she worse than you? God, let's just pin them against each other at this point. I'm just going to use this colour for a second. I'll go back up and see what I asked you, Elizabeth. Will you... In what... Sorry. In an English accent? I mean, I'm pretty good at that. But we're talking like really posh or... Elizabeth, my darling. Oh, my darling girl. Damn. Scrap that. Elizabeth, my darling girl. There you go. Don't do it. Kirsty, please go. Kirsty, it's not like... I'm not even going to get into it. That was a pretty PG one. Don't do it. Kirsty may pretend to be on your side, Joel. I know better. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Kirsty, you got something to tell me? Ah, damn. Wait. Select that shape. Not colour fill. Clear from that layer there. There we go. British. Right, let's smooth that. Feather down. Joel, don't listen to Julie. She's like a little devil on your shoulder. Right, let's start. Hang on, I need to... Oh, this is actually different now. I'm going to have to select that and invert. No, wait. Invert back. Clear. Out. Mask. Don't worry about me there. I just had a bit of a breakdown. British is the same as English. Oh. Elizabeth, you're going to have to call Julie Mummy. Oh, God. Tracy, thanks for tonight, Joel. I really enjoyed it. Gotta go catch up with you soon. Thanks, Tracy, for popping in. I appreciate it. And as always, thanks for the support and becoming a YouTube member as well. It's good to see you here. Hopefully you'll be back next week for some more shenanigans. Hey, that was good. That was good. Hey, we're getting good at this now. The old Scottish. That was good, that one. I'm not saying that again, but, you know, it's a one-time... One-time wonder. What did I miss from train? Kirsty. Oh, God. That was good, actually, Joe. Get in, get on. I've been practicing. So that time spent together. The desk is done. Dobby has done it. Dobby has no master. Well done, Dobbs. Dobby is a free elf. Yeah. Oh, damn. Wait, select. Convert. Let's add in this effect here. I think maybe about 10%. Right, what's everybody doing this week? What's everybody getting up to? Anything interesting? I want to know what you're doing. Damn it, didn't select the colour. Come on. Oh no, Elizabeth. You must do it always. Oh, God. Oh, God. You're not gonna fight, are you? You've got to hold fire on this design, guys. Try and take over the world. What is that from again? What's that cartoon called? What on earth is going on? I'm staying out of it. Gosh, and blur. I'm glad we managed to come up with a Pinky in the Brain. That was it. That's the one. Good job, guys. Who's teaming up on who? I think those two are fighting each other, to be honest. Kirsty and Julie. I think you're fine. Alright, let's grab that one. Let's clear that one. The amount of layers I've created, I could have done with not making so many of them, but it's all good. I can make it work without that. Gaussian blur. 10%. Select, invert, clear, unclip, turn off. Boom, that's another one done. Right, next one. One more. I'm going to keep my head down for a second so I'm not distracted. Grab that. Select, invert, go back to that layer. Drag that in. Grab that, grab the Gaussian blur, grab that layer, 10%. Grab that, select, invert. Go back to that layer, clear. Unclip, done. Turn that off. One more layer, create new layer. Invert, clip, grab white, grab that, select, invert, grab that layer, drag that in real quick. Select, Gaussian blur, layer, blur, there we go. 10%, 15. Select, invert, go back to that layer, clear, unclip, turn that layer off. Cool. Woo! We did it. Right, let me get back into the chat. Where we go? Actually, I'm just a spectator. That's all good. I appreciate you being here, showing some support. Ari's here. PogChamp. I don't think a lot of people know what that is. Oh, our viewership's dropped all the way down to 3. Am I offline? What on earth's going on? We're down to 3 viewers. What's happened? Are you guys still there? Say hello if you're there. Elizabeth's still here. That's good. Create a post. Here, sir. I can't because of COVID restrictions. Oh, we're back up again. We're back up a few more. Okay, cool. Right, so where was I? Let's go. Oh, night shift just happened on my screen. Let's turn that off. Right, so the entire shape here just needs its own color as well. So maybe we drop that to that color. Drag and drop that in instead. That looks pretty good. New layer. Clipping mask. Let's select that shape, invert it, go back to that layer real quick, drag that in. Let's go and go back to that, Gaussian blur layer. Oh, actually, I could do with turning that off, to be honest. So, folks, let's go here and try this. Let's go Gaussian blur. See, that's not bright enough for me. I want it brighter than that. Let's go for... Let's pick a blue. Let's go for this blue. And let's go Gaussian blur layer. That's too blue and not light blue. Like that icy blue. That's interesting. That is the whole thing, which means technically, oh, hang on, select, invert, clear the rubbish off of that, clear, unclip, drag that all the way up to the top. Okay, cool. Now it's boxed in its own sort of glassy frame. What on earth is going on in this chat? Okay, right, so now it's the blurring process. You've got all the lines. I can start blurring bits out that I don't want anymore. So go to adjustments, we go to pencil. And any bit... Oh, damn. What's happened there? Gaussian blur, pencil. Airbrushing, please. Holy hell, that's huge. And then we blur anything out that sits in behind. So in case you're following along, we just blur anything else that sits in behind another piece of glass. And you blur those lines out so they just sort of diffuse into one another. And then we do the same on every layer, make sure we know which layer is which. Gaussian blur pencil. I don't think there's any chance anybody's watching this back actually at the pace I went through those layers a second ago. That looks good, that looks good. That's all blurred out in the right areas. Wait, what? Yeah. Anybody got any questions in the chat? You want to fire some at my way? Let me get involved in this conversation a little bit. You have to mess around with live chats, making the more interesting conversation or confusion. That is true. How tall am I? I'm about 5'11", maybe 10? 5'10", 11? Something like that. So compared to Cat, I'm a giant. But I think Cat is most definitely a teeny tiny lady. How tall is everybody else? I'm perfect. Is height not important to you, Julie? Makes it sound like we're all on a date together. Wait, are we all on a date together? Height's not important. We're all the same height laying down. Very good. Tickled with that. Every Wednesday. Oh, on a date, yeah. Every Wednesday we're on a date. It's date night, innit? Siska's here. How you doing, Siska? Yeah, today is Wednesday. We're not in like, we're not on another planet. It's we're just over in Europe. It's still Wednesday here for another hour and 45. I walk away for 20 minutes and you guys turned on After Dark sign. No, we didn't, did we? It's just date night. That's all it is. Just messing with this style for a minute. I'm almost finished with it because I'm not 100% on it. Wait, what? What just happened there? Why is... Oh, it's got to be clipped up here to this layer here. And it's crooked, what the heck? It's kind of cool. It's a little bit different, I guess. Just came back from work. What about you? I'm very good. Just hanging out with everybody as always. It's date night on a Wednesday with everybody. Okay, that one's okay. Again, I say this all the time. The main part of these sort of Wednesdays sometimes is for me to just draw and just maybe do some styles just to mess around with. I'm not happy with that one. I prefer this one I did way more. Like with the bigger scene with the trees on the left and right and stuff. But there's something about it. I'm not sure if it looks a bit naff. There's something about it. I'm just not sure. This is the whole point of it. You can see here the other day, I ended up drawing that Halloween style. I ended up with this one, which is cool. That's going to be on Friday. But there's 5 different variations on it. That's what it started off life as. That took me like a short period of time just to put together. And yeah, sometimes you just got to step away from something that you kind of have an idea on, but you're not sure how to execute maybe. So, yeah, I'll have to bear that in mind. Wait, who also became a member today? Was it Darby, wasn't it? Yeah, that was it. You only ask how tall someone is if you're turning it after dark, Lizzie. We know. What's gonna do? What is the time? 10:15. Got ages. I'm going to redo this Savannah. I'm actually going to dive in here because it's got all the pieces in here. And try that again. That was an initial draft. So let's get that into this group and we can come back to that group afterwards. And let's start again. Let's move that up to the top and start again. So this is following essentially the same. I mean, if anybody's living here for the art anymore, we're following the exact same method that Rishi did, basically. Grabbing the image of what you want as your sort of shape, and then working out what you want to fill in and what you don't. It's pretty straightforward to do. So I'm going to fly through this. This isn't a tutorial at this point. It may well become one in the future, but for now, I'm just going to get through it. Does anybody know who the Holland was then? Or do we not know? Because it keeps me up at night. Very Gryffindor, indeed. Could do a snake. I did think about doing a snake. Because you could do like a landscape where the water flows down the body of the snake. So it sort of takes over the shape, which I think is pretty cool. That was the initial idea that came to mind. What house would everybody want to be in Harry Potter? Nice, that looks solid. Oh, Elizabeth actually beat me to it. I'd probably be Gryffindor. I could do a snake tutorial in the future, that'd be cool. And then I'm going to take this image as well and create my second tiger. A lion, not tiger. Lion stencil from it. I'm not worried about the paws too much. Slytherin for Elizabeth. Slitherclaw. I'm an evil genius. Kirsty failed Hogwarts. Okay. I feel like I've managed to bring two unbelievable friends together through Joel Create. And that would have to be Kirsty and Julie. Oh, BFFs there. It's simply wonderful to see. Can't we be the Three Musketeers? Oh, I'm not making that decision. That's down to the besties. You'll have to ask them for special permission. You'll have to go through the initiation process. Oh, damn. She will tell you she doesn't love me back, but she does. No, Kirsty wouldn't say that. That's better. Cool. That'll do for a minute. I can use that shape in a bit when we get there. Okay. Let's get some colours in here. Use this palette that I was using last time. I think I used a slightly darker version of that, I think, off the top of my mind. Scared to ask what it would be. I don't know if her hot tub is big enough before Joel's seat is reserved. Yeah, goddamn right. My seat better be reserved. In the middle, I hope. Kirsty has ditched us in favour of a smoke, so she's missed everything. Jesus. Calligraphy. Dobbs had to drop off. Oh yeah, she's got her repair guy around, doesn't she? It's just us lot. Right, let's grab the white. A big. That's kind of alright. Oh, come on, give me a spot. I'm really small. More the merrier. More the merrier. Whoa. Right, let's carry on. Let's get this added in. A bit of red. Oh, we're really quiet tonight. I wonder why that is. I must have done something wrong. I don't know why our numbers are so low tonight. It's interesting. Everybody's probably off doing Inga's tutorial, Boost Studio. Have you guys watched that yet or taken a look at it yet? Yeah, blur that out. Get a really cool, like almost real glow out of that. See, again, it's super bright. Let me try and fix that. That turns it down a little bit and then it just picked it right back up. Damn it. Wait, that's not even in focus, Joel. Okay, that's a bit closer there. Cat's here as well. Right, what's it doing? I can't remember off the top of my head if I what layer I blurred out. Was it another? It was the original layer. Okay, cool. And on this layer, we grab our smudge tool, dry brush, fade out that sun, top to bottom. Might have to rotate that now. Damn. That's a funny one to try and work with. I'll come back to that. And now we can bring in our line at the front here. And position that guy. Oh, damn, I don't want to make it a different shape. In the front, grab the dark color that we had before, drag and drop that into there and create a new layer. Joel, I'm getting proper is it Mustafa? It's not oh no, Mufasa, yeah, of course it is. Mufasa vibes from this, yeah, big time. Big time. I love Lion King. It's arguably the greatest film ever made. Just saying it. When I was a kid, like watching that. I mean, even the new one, I rate the new one. Big time. Oh damn, what did I do wrong now? That's cool, I like that. I see YouTubers all the time and they end up doing like real life get-togethers of their main supporters in that, and I'm like, ours would be a nightmare. Ours would be all over the place. I think it could happen, really. This is an absolute tune, this one. Why is everything coming out crooked? What the heck? Oh no, damn. Yeah, it's proper crooked, that layer. What the heck? Who would be in the nightmare one jar? Wait, what? Well, for Christmas, we'll definitely do like maybe. Well, I'd imagine everybody here will be a patron then anyway, so I'll just say it. But like a Patreon only like a live stream of some sort. Have a, like, if it's private, it can be different to YouTube. It means there's don't get your hopes up, ladies, but there's less restrictions. So it means that, you know, you can have a drink or something at the same time, sort of thing. You don't have to. There's lots of rules and stuff with YouTube. Can't do certain things live on stream. But we'll definitely be doing that for sure. I want to make sure that, like, we do something really fun for Christmas and stuff, because you guys are great, and I want to make sure we have our own little Christmas, our own little Joel Create Christmas. Do I make this massive and just put it over here, or do what I did before? I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. I'm not sure what the specifics of it will be. I think, like, I want to try and include you all in a way. So, like, whether or not, you know, we do a, like, I don't know, like a live stream, but we're chatting at the same time, sort of thing. I'm going to work it all out how I want to do it. Like, whether or not we use the voice channel on Discord, so we can all have a natter at the same time. That would be pretty cool. What do you reckon? That'd be cool. I'm not saying any face review. I told you, it'll be my final video ever. I'll say c'est la vie. I'm off. Thanks for all the support. It's been a blast. I'm out. That's it. That's the end. The end of Joel. And I'll cut to my face. And you'll go, damn. Where did that go? Now, in all seriousness though, I'm not sure as and when I will do a little face reveal, but it's kind of funny now how much it's, like, requested, to the point where I might just keep dragging it out. There's a YouTuber called MKBHD who dragged out his middle name till he got 10 million subs, so get me to 10 million subs and we'll have a chat. Oh shit, you can see all my tattoos. If I get to like 100,000 subs one day, you know, like float level, I'll get Joel Create logo tattooed on me. 100%. I'm not even interested. I'm not even going to think about it twice. It'd just be done. It'd be booked. It'd be done. Oh, it's the painting in the sky. That's what's missing. So now we get a new layer. Painting. Acrylic. It's far too big. I could do with a drawing guide on here, actually. Edit drawing guides, just so I can see those lines. Actually, I'm going to change that. Edit drawing guide. Let's make that grid size bigger. I just want to see the lines, so I've got a guide as to where to go horizontal, so I can try and keep them, you know, pretty straight up. You guys are nuts. I'll just make YouTube videos teaching you how to draw. Oh damn, there's 3 fingers. I can't do it with the glove on. Thirsty custody. Where did that one come from? That's a bag of that. Thirsty Kirsty. 14. 50. Oh my god. Is that what you call Kirsty, Julie? Is that what you two call each other? Hang on. Joel, ignore that comment. I can't tell if Kirsty's joking tonight. I'm like on the fence a little bit, not knowing. I can't judge it. That line there really helped right at the end there, just to try and outline that top of the head a little bit more. Oh, damn. That could go there just to isolate that tree. Could even go there, but then there's not enough space. What if it was really big and went over here? No, I don't want it in the mouth. That looks rubbish. Maybe something like that. What just happened? Oh, 10%. I've not got a clue what the hell is going on. What does that look like on camera to you guys? Oh, that doesn't look too bad actually. Oh, that's pretty cool. I love this new painting brush. I'm gonna have to incorporate it again. Which one is it? Let's make a note of it. Painting wet acrylic. That is a beautiful brush. Like a really good brush. Right then, let's have a look. What we got here? Let's try and maybe just adjust the floor a little bit more. I mean, that looks pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's pretty minimal. I don't think, I mean, I could add some more trees actually in the background. Let's try and do that. Let's grab that color. Let's grab that same brush set. There's some more trees here which look really cool. Maybe even this one here. Joel, I promise I'm still paying attention. I know. It's all good. What's going on? So I did have another tree in my design, but I don't like... This space over here really shouldn't be filled in. It should be like a tree over here in the distance maybe, like a smaller version. And then duplicate it, flip it. And then grab the dark color. Is that the same color? Yeah, I think so. Lower that opacity down. Oh, down. Okay, that doesn't look too bad actually. Let's try and... Oh, damn. Didn't mean to do that. And then if I merge those two together and lower them down at the same time. What if I duplicate or even add a new tree? And over on the right hand edge here, like a big tree. Whoa, not that big. I like these solid shaped ones instead, they look pretty cool. Damn man, I keep grabbing the distort tool. If I do that, then I don't actually have to reflect it either, shadow wise. I think that looks pretty cool. Definitely, like Julie said, getting some proper Mufasa vibes. Alright, let's turn that grid off a second. Now, I don't know what I did differently in this one, so I'm going to group everything together. I wouldn't mind making a tutorial on this at some point. Turn that off and turn that on. That one's got a different target. It's also got different grass at the bottom, so that's fine. The birds are on the left, which makes more sense to put the birds on the left. So I'm going to do that. Grab my layer, flip horizontal, move those birds over there, because then it fills that space and sort of balances out the piece a little bit more.
Only you had a motive for murder.
Cool. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that one. Sorry, I was just in my little world there, just trying to analyze it and just see if there's any little bits and bobs to try and change. I mean, I would probably change the floor. I'm not 100% on that. Maybe even lower that right down, maybe 10%. but then there's not. You have to make sure there's a little bit of separation between, let's just call it Mufasa, in between Mufasa and that backdrop there, just enough that it's like standing out quite a bit. I think it looks really cool. I think that looks like it's either stalking very late at night or sun's coming up, although it's looks more so like it's going down, doesn't it, than it's going up. Where's my phone? I'm gonna just very quickly grab my phone. Let's go to live. Ugh.
She was mad.
Is that in the way of your shot at all? Oh, it's a smidge. They could do, oh, that would be pretty cool to do the opposite and like a, well, I mean, it's an interesting idea how we'd go about doing that. Sorry family, I was driving, well at least you actually let us know you got home this time, Kat, eh? I just left us hanging. No, good to see you there again, Kat, thanks for dropping back in. Oh, I can hear it, everything the light touches. Yeah, 100%. What's up everybody over on Instagram? We're live over on YouTube if you want to come and say hello over there. But we're live on YouTube, come join in the chat, as well as you can actually hear the music as well. You've got a bit of silence over here on Instagram. Faris, hi Joe, I love your art. Thank you so much for the love. Yeah guys, come and say hello over on YouTube. We're live over there, come join in. Procreate Stuffs, thanks for dropping in. Got some stuff I think I could tag you in soon. That'd be cool. Yo, what's happening, Creative Genius? What's up, DJ Overload? How we doing? And Kirsty, I did last week. Oh, to be fair, Kat, you did last week, sorry. It was just that 1 week, wasn't it, where we didn't know what was going on. I had no idea. But yeah, youtube.com/JoelCreate. We are live over there if you want to come and watch his live draw. I just got you on at the same time. Yeah, that was a bad week, to be fair. Right, let's just adjust the background color. I'm not a big fan of just a solid white. We need to get like a light yellow in there. That has Lion King inspired Louis' imaginations. It does. It does. We were talking about on Discord about a particular tutorial that we'd seen, and I just wanted to show everybody how you could go about doing it in that style. So we made sure that we did a sort of design today, and you start off with some imagery that you can get from like Upsplash and create the two different designs. We've got a design over here as well that we did earlier on, the pumpkin design, which is like a frosted glass style effect. So that's going to be something that I'm going to do a tutorial on next week. So that's it. Sorry, Kirsty, if you're lost, I am. I've got Instagram live on at exactly the same time. Just trying to let everybody know over there on Instagram that we're live over on YouTube as well, if they want to come over and say hello and join in the chat over here. But this was the pumpkin that we did earlier on, guys. And then I've been just drawing with a few different ideas, really. A couple of different effects on these different styles here from the frosted effect, and you can see all the sort of different variations I've been making on them. So yeah. Right, I'm going to do some text. I want to do some text. I like it when we do these sort of 3D looking sort of retro text. I feel like there's one thing maybe missing here. I think potentially you could end up doing like a paper cut style extra layer. So you could go, hang on, let's create a new layer. Let's go clipping mask. Let's grab the darkest color of our palette. and select the shape of the object and go invert. Wait, down. Let's go to that layer again. Let's select that shape, turn off color fill, go back to select, invert it, go to here, drag that into the space. And then if we go ahead and let's gauge and blur it out, and let's just guesstimate. We're gonna have to go for about 15. Excuse me. About 15%. And then if we do our little trick where we select the shape, invert it, and we select the shape and clear it from here. Now when I unclip that, should be able to go right up to the top and drop it up there, and then we get a bit of an inner shadow inside it. I think that's a nice little touch. To sort of frame our design a little bit. Thank you everybody for blessing me. Sneezing. Guys, we're live over on YouTube if you want to come and say hello and join in the chat over there. Joel Create over on YouTube, youtube.com/Joel Create. Come and say hello. Maybe jump twice. Sorry, guys. Cool. I'm happy with that one. I think we may end up doing something like that on YouTube eventually. That's cool. Folks, if you're live on Instagram, this is this weekend's tutorial on YouTube. If you follow along with my tutorials, this will be the tutorial for this Friday. So get ready for that one. Little Halloween themed month coming up. So that's something for that. Cool, let's create a new canvas. And I also need to bear in mind that my camera is pretty dead. Folks, like I said, we're live over on YouTube. If you want to come and say hello, I'm going to end the live on Instagram. But if you want to come and say hello over on YouTube, we are live drawing for probably just shy of an hour, I would imagine, still for the rest of the night. Right, let's try and balance everything. Camera should be still charged up, so let's try and charge this one. I need to get another charger, don't I, folks? What should we draw? It was Tracy, wasn't it? Tracy's not here anymore. Damn. Do you want to throw some words at me? Yeah, keep it nice though. We'll do some text, we'll do some sort of, I don't know. It depends on what you guys write. What should we do? Or shall I do my own Peachy and just pick that? Peachy? Punchy. Let's not do Peachy. What are we doing then? Punchy. Otherwise I'll come up with something of my own. Is there anything in particular you want me to text-wise draw? Folks, if you haven't already, be sure to check out my latest tutorial, but it's a special guest tutorial that went live earlier on today by Boost Studio, who is on who's on my channel, who's our special guest for this week, or this month even. So be sure to go share some love over there on her channel, because she was very awesome to work with. Really nice to talk to. Just like Apple Crisp as well, to be fair. Do a diamond hearts, please. Evie. Do a diamond hearts. What's a diamond hearts? Let's actually find some retro text effects. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Oh, that's a little bit of me. That. Wow, that's cool. Wow, let's try and do that. That looks nice. Right, let me change the background color. So I've got a design up. I'll try and, I can't actually show it you. Let's try and get this. My birthday is on Saturday. You should draw happy birthday. Alright. Let's do it. Let's do it in the style that I've just seen up on the screen up there. So, it's my inspiration. So, let's move these windows around a little bit. Okay, cool. So what I want to get some text in here that's pretty skinny. Some nice white text to start with. Let's find a nice font. That's not going to do it. Cardinal could, but it's got that stupid little effect on it. We'll do happy birthday. Just trying to find a good font for this. Come on, there's got to be one here that's usable. I mean, that could be usable in that style. Happy birthday. How could that work? That could work. What about, is there... No, that's not light enough. Sorry folks, hold fire. The font, if you don't get the font right, you just waste all your time going into the design. Otherwise you need to, got to redo it all again if you don't get the right one. I think I'm going to be able to do the actual effect that I want then. Damn. When did you say your birthday? It was Saturday. So it's at the 2nd. What does that look like? No, I don't think I can do it. There's a different sort of style that I was just looking at. I think I'm just gonna have to do it in my pretty standard, what's it called? Synthwave style. You know, which I like to do that sort of retro-ish looking text. I'm kind of stuck for which one to use. Actually, you know what? I've been wanting to use this font for a while. Let's do something with this font. Let's try and do... Need a Y on the end there. Wait, what? Damn. Why is that doing that? Do I want to do it like that, or do I want to do it like they do on the Discovery Channel? Okay, do you know what? Just for tonight, I'm not going to try and reinvent the wheel because I'm a bit tired. So I'm going to go for standard procedure. Let's grab our keyboard, capital B. That could still be used, I guess. It's just not a very bold text, so you can get that sort of look inside of it, can you? You guys all still here? I think there's 10 of you here. You've gone all quiet on me. Where are you? What's up, Felicia Williams? How you doing? Thanks for dropping in, saying hello. We do these live streams every Wednesday. And now we're just doing a little happy birthday message for one of our patrons, as well as one of our good supporters, which is Dobberella, or Dobby as I call her. Alright, let's do some fun stuff with this. Let's just do our standard. Let's rasterize it. Let's select it. No, not colour fill just yet. Feather. 3. Even 2. Back to that layer. Fill. I think I'm overdue a tutorial on this sort of style, like actually like a proper tutorial for everybody to go through with this on. So I'm good. How you doing this? How you doing on this cloudy day? I'm doing pretty good actually. I'm doing pretty good. We're what? How many hours in now? 3 hours in. Literally just went over. And but otherwise, good day at work. And otherwise, another good day doing this work. We've done a couple of designs earlier, which I could probably jump back to in a bit. now we're just going to do some... I'm not sure how... I'm not even sure I'm going to put any 3D perspective on this text at all. I think I might just do the mirror sort of effect inside. And I'm going to do... Who's microwaving their tea? Who the hell just said that? Yeah, ban them. Who just said that? P Stones here. Julie. Microwaving your tea. What? Felicia's birthday was on Monday. Well, happy birthday to you. Hope you had a lovely day. Julie, I'm absolutely devastated that you've just said that. That is a claim. I'm going to use these colours. Burgundy and gold. Actually, let's delete that. Let's go. She's also spilling it under the microwave. Jesus. Is she drinking again? 3 more weeks added to her ban. Absolutely, 3 months. Ran out of violence. Who said that before? Mocking us Brits. To be fair, I hate tea. I think it's naff. I really do. It's boring. It's just boring. That's it. It's just boring. But coffee, damn. Wow, 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 I think we lost Marie pretty early tonight as well. And then let's see what this gold looks like at the bottom here. I've got burgundy and gold for this one. Could look pretty good actually, colour wise. If we switch these around. And set them to overlay. Oh, I knew that would look good. Do I just want to do 3 layers? I think that looks quite cool. A little bit different. Well, I say it's a little bit different. It's basically the same. I always do. But every time I wanted to say this before. Like every time we do these, especially with this text effect, it's just about practice. But at the same time, practice-wise, you end up maybe doing things a little bit differently here and there, that then you do a different technique, or you learn a different technique. So I hope you don't get bored of seeing these sort of starts, because eventually like you'll end up building up a library of things that you know you can do, and do things slightly differently as well, like next time. So I hope you guys don't get bored. I'd hate to think you guys get bored in here, because you're the reason why I do this. What? Wait, what? Wait, what? What did I say? I didn't say boring at either any of you lot. I'm saying I hope you guys don't get bored in my tutorials, in my live streams. It's when I'm doing the same things. Well, I say same things, but you know, sometimes you might see a repetitive thing here and there because, again, it's just practice. And then, like now, just practicing these gold effects. If you use certain add effects here and there, it really brings out the colours. What? Julie wants to know if Joel is short for something. Yeah, it is. It's part of my Italian heritage. Because his legs are little, Kirsty, don't shame him. I'm all free. It's not Josepha. That's not Italian, is it? Joel is short for Gelano, which is my Italian name. Well, my birth name. Gelano. Dobby, that's sick. I'm glad you're enjoying your new monitor. What? Italian? No, you guys know where Italy is, correct? This has gone to absolute pot, these lines in here. I prefer it without. Guys, I'm joking. I've got no Italian in me at all. It's just Joel. It's just Joel. I played that at school once because I got quite dark features, like dark hair and whatnot, and somewhat olivey skin. You know, I tried to play that off at school. There's a painting. Oh, that could be a new brush to use for this sort of reflective glass look to things because it's quite streaky. Oh, that's cool. I'm gutted now. Kirsty won't let me live this time. It's just Joel. Because Gelano, what did I even say? Gelano creates. Ain't got the same ring to it, has it? Oh, hang on, have we just got no? Julie, have you done your drawing challenge yet? Don't think that's actually, no, that doesn't actually look too bad. Chop chop. What's the deal? I want to try and add some like sort of bokehs onto this one. Let's have a look. I know I've got my da 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 da. No, not that. There's these really cool abstract ones which look pretty sweet. Quite like those. I think this would look really cool, right? I wanted to try and mess with these. If we made some really big ones, like that, right? And then position them sort of here, or even down here in the bottom right. But we blur them out, so it's like a bit of perspective blur. So they're like quite close to us. And then we put some more underneath it in a slightly smaller size, which are in focus. Yeah, that's it. That looks pretty cool. It's got the are they triangle pieces of pizza? They're what? I don't think so. They're just little random sort of neon squiggles. That's what I'll be doing when I'm meant to be working tomorrow, lol. I know what I'm doing though. Looking forward to it. Oh, cool. I can't wait to see it. I think who did I just see? Kat's just posted hers. Oh, I didn't even see that at all. That's really cool. That is not what came across my mind at all. That's awesome. Aiden Grant, how you doing? I'm very well. How are you? Right, sorry. Let's grab the smaller ones. I want to grab them and put it underneath the text. That text actually needs grouping together to make life a bit easier. I think they look really cool. I think they look like little bits of like confetti almost. Actually, let's undo that. Let's group that together and then let's group all of that together. And then we've got some random little particles in there. I think the depth looks pretty cool. And I think we can maybe get away with moving this one up here into the top right a little bit more. And then this one down here into the bottom left, just for balance. That looks cool. Hey, Kat, are you still here? Kat, that work is awesome. I didn't see that at all. That's such a cool way of thinking about that particular style. What's going on? Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat because I'm getting really lost in all this. What's that, sorry? Are you using Pen.Tips just now? No, I'm using my paperlike screen protector, always. The paperlike screen protector will always remain. Right now, I've got the Pen.Tips here as well. New subscriber, Jennifer, over on YouTube, thanks for subbing. We've got the Pen.Tips here. So they were kind enough to send me their full designer collection, I believe it's called. So you get 5 tips, all in different colours. Got some different colours there. Get the glove, which is actually my favourite piece, to be fair. The Pen.Tips glove, which it kind of sounds really silly, but it does actually really help with just sort of sliding your hand across the screen. And then also got the grip as well, which feels weird. Every time I take it off, it feels weird to just use just the pen. Like, it feels proper skinny. It feels, you get used to it very quickly. It feels a bit odd to start with, but then you use it and it is it's quite, you get quite used to it. Dobby, don't forget you can use your just the tip emoji. I think is it colon? Just the tip colon, or it might even just be tip. I can't even remember. I might get a grip. I don't know if you're making a joke there or what, but the grip is very good. I'm well impressed with it. If you want to, there's a link in the description down below, and if you purchase it through that link, I get a little bit of a kickback. But it don't cost you anything to go through that way. But yeah, the grip's actually really good, and the glove. I'm very impressed. Their packaging's actually pretty good as well. There we go. There's just the tip. Cool. I'm pretty happy with that. I think I like the blurred out effects at top and bottom. I think the text has got the cool glass shimmer across the front. And then we've got the birthday vibes. I think potentially we could maybe do one thing where we potentially add a drop shadow in the back. So we rasterize it. We go Gaussian blend layer, 8%. Drop that down a little bit more, just to create some separation, and then maybe even just scroll through the layer effects. I'm pretty happy with that. I think that looks really cool. And the birthday neon sign. Oh, that's cool. Which I believe was for Dobby, whose birthday is on on Saturday. Sorry, headphone users. I tried to move as quickly as possible, but that one took me by surprise. Cool. Right, folks, I'm going to think about wrapping it up. So today we got through a few bits. We've got a lion style, double exposure style tutorial that, well, not tutorial, but this one, it's not a tutorial yet, but it probably will be. So that was one of the designs I did today. Followed, well, we actually started with this pumpkin in the frosted glass effect, which will be a tutorial, not for this Friday, probably for next Friday, which was pretty fun. That one looks really cool. I then messed around with just some more frosted effect. I want to try and work out a way of really putting this into a cool style. And then we've then got a happy birthday little bit of text at the end there, just for Dobby and her birthday on Saturday. Let me just catch up with the last bits of chat. I think you should make triangles into pizzas. I'm starving. I'm actually starving myself, and grab a little bit of summit before I go to bed. So yeah, that was and if you are still here and you follow my tutorials, the tutorial tomorrow, no, what day is it? Wednesday? Friday. This is the tutorial for Friday, paper cutout style, and there's actually a really cool paper texture that comes included with this, so you can get this tutorial on Friday. And if you're not a patron yet, you can get access to this Patreon tutorial on the 3rd, which is Sunday. So that's a Patreon exclusive tutorial on Sunday. That will be live for them. But if you're thinking of becoming a patron and you're not, don't join yet. It's the 29th, it's the end of the month. You'll only end up signing up now, and then you'll end up getting charged again on the 1st. So if you want to become a patron, I would just say hold off until Friday. Not Friday? The 1st, whenever the 1st is. Whatever the 1st is. It is Friday. It is Friday. So yeah, that's something to bear in mind. And Serge Saber, I love your drawings, Joe. You are what made me want to get into digital art. That's awesome. Appreciate the love. I appreciate you dropping in and sharing some of that love. But to inspire people is the same thing that it did for me. You know, watching tutorials online and stuff, and Instagram and stuff, just makes you want to grab your iPad every single time and just have your own stab at things and have your own go at it. So guys, it's been a great to stream as always. I appreciate every single one of you as always dropping in and showing some love, and just being here in the stream means everything to me. Even if we're just nattering away, you just let me draw and you guys have to chat to yourselves. But I really do appreciate everybody dropping in and staying in for what is 3.5 hours of your Wednesday night, morning, afternoon, lunch break, whatever it may be, wherever you are in the world. I appreciate everybody dropping in and saying hello. New tutorial is live on Friday, and then this tutorial here is going to be live on Sunday. What else is there? Is there anything else I have missed? Please go and check out Inga, who did the guest tutorial that's live on my channel right now. It went up today. Please go and drop her a sub or even a follow over on Instagram. You know, I really want to help out other people and their channels and their growth and their exposure. So I really want everybody to get behind them. Go show some love and follow them wherever they are. Their links are in Inga's links are in the description of the video. Please go and follow her where she is. And she's done a terrific job and provided us with a really fun, and picked her specifically because she had a very different style to mine, you know, with the watercolours, and she does a lot of it over on Skillshare. So with you lot getting used to my style, it's nice to change it up with somebody else's style. So I'm very pleased with what she provided for us all to get cracking on with. I think I might have a stab at it myself if I get 10 minutes to myself, or even 20. That's everything. Listen, thank you so much as always, guys. I'll be live again next Wednesday. New tutorial on Friday and Sunday. Have a lovely rest of your week wherever you are in the world, and I will see you next week.